Welcome to Bomb Drop Body Care, owned by James Showers, cleanest name in the biz. In 2019, James began reviewing soaps and body care products on his YouTube channel, The Scent Adventure, with his wife, Yuk Ching. This sparked their search for the best scents and products available from both big brands and small crafters. After 4 years of enjoying and reviewing products, it was time to make products themselves. Combining their love for handcrafted natural products, the zombie/apocalyptic genre of movies and action video games, the idea for Bomb Drop Body Care was born. James and his wife's mission here is to bring us the best products with high quality ingredients for the most affordable prices. And with scent notes of apple cider, bergamot, mahogany, patchouli, old woods, vanilla, tonka, torn flannel, and musk, this scent was built to be a crowd pleaser. Hello everyone, Nick here. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. So here I have Flannel Cadaver by Bomb Drop Body Care. This is the shave soap, and I have the post-shave splash also. The reason I want to let you know that this is the shave soap, because James has tons of offerings on his site. You can go to his site, you can get beard oil, bar soap. Right here I have the shave soap, the post-shave splash, beard wash, car diffusers, shave cream, shave oil, post-shave frost jelly, shampoo and facial toner, face and body cream, beard butter, foaming facial wash, cologne and perfume, and they come in sample packs too. Well, the perfume and the cologne does. He has hand sanitizer in all of his scent offerings, rejuvenating facial cream, lotion, and probably more. I'm probably missing some. There's so much on his site. Definitely worth taking a look. There's actually quite a bit of YouTube videos about Bomb Drop Body Care. There's just so many products that he has. There's quite a bit of videos you can find with this company. So let's get this opened up real quick. And I'm going to open the lid here. We're going to take a look at it. It does got a lid inside the lid. It's got a little scooper right here too, which is really, really cool. That's a pretty cool little thing you could piff, or that I could piff anyway. I won't use it. I'm a face latherer. So let's get this lid off of here. And that's what the pour looks like there. Oh man, it's such a nice scent. I can get the apple big time. It is a huge, huge citrus forward at the beginning. And then it dries down to a woody note. Let's run over and look at the scent notes in detail. Top scent notes start with apple cider. An apple cider scent note delivers a rich, cozy autumn aroma, combining crisp, tart, and juicy ripe apple with warm mulling spices like cinnamon, clove, nutmeg, and allspice. Bergamot. Bergamot is a bright, sophisticated citrus scent that smells like a smooth cross between sweet orange, tart lemon, and a hint of bitter lime, with subtle floral and warm tea-like undertones. The middle notes start with mahogany. A mahogany scent note smells deep, rich, warm, and woody with a touch of subtle spice. Patchouli. Patchouli is a bold, rich, and earthy scent note derived from the leafy green herb in the mint family. It smells like damp soil after rain, wet wood, and rich moss, often with unexpected sweet, smoky, or dark chocolate undertones. Old woods. An old wood scent note evokes a deep, rich, and intensely earthy aroma. It brings a heavy presence of aged resins, dry cedar, smoky elements, and leathery or balsamic undertones. The base notes start with vanilla. A vanilla scent note provides a sweet, warm, and cozy aroma. It has a rich base note that adds creamy depth, softness, and long-lasting sweetness. Tonka. The tonka scent note smells warm, sweet, and complex, blending creamy vanilla and toasted almond with subtle hints of cinnamon, caramel, and dry tobacco. Torn flannel. A torn flannel scent note is an abstract, cozy accord rather than a single raw material. It combines crisp, fresh notes with a warm, woody musk to evoke the clean comfort of soft cotton fabric. And musk. The musk scent note typically smells soft and skin-like. It feels clean, fresh, warm, and sensual, with powdery or creamy undertones. Some variations of musk lean into a soft or milky texture with an animalic hint. Very nice blend of scent notes there, and it makes for a really, really nice scented soap. I really dig the way this scent is presented in this soap. Very, very nice. So if you're not really sure if this scent is for you, let's check out this scent in a nutshell. In a nutshell, this fragrance opens with a sharp, crisp burst of bright citrus and spiced fruit. It transitions into a rich, earthy, and warm woody heart, and finishes with a cozy, smooth, and slightly sweet, musky dry down that feels like a crisp autumn day in a warm, rustic cabin. People who love cozy, warm, and sophisticated fragrances with a balance of crisp fruit, rich woods, and soft, comforting warmth will enjoy these scent notes. The profile of this fragrance bridges the gap between fresh autumn air and a cozy, well-worn study or cabin. Yeah, personally, I think this scent's for everybody. You know, you do run into some scents where you're like, I don't know if this person will like this or this person will like that, you know. But this scent is a scent that I think anybody would like. I don't see anybody smelling it and being like, oh, you know, that turns me off. I don't really like that. Although the beginning is very potent, it dries down to a beautiful scent. So let's go over the rest of the stuff that I'm going to be using. I have the post-shave splash here. I'm going to be using my fine accoutrements brush. This has the synthetic angel hair knot in it. I'm going to be using this to whip up a lather. Really cool, short little brush. Really high performers, these little brushes. They're really cool. I really like them. And I'm going to be going with this razor here. You can see the brand logo on there it is. And I'm really not sure what razor this is. Siraj let me borrow this. Siraj, what razor is this? It's the what? Oh, okay. It's the Apex AL 6030. All right. It looks like it's got that fixed 30-degree angle there. I'm not really sure if it does or not. Definitely looks like it. And it is an aluminum razor. Very, very light. I really don't care for aluminum razors, but we'll see how it performs. I've actually used a few aluminums that were very nice performers. So I'm not sure if that's a true statement anymore that I don't like aluminum razors. I guess I can say I still prefer the stainless steel razors. That's a more truthful statement. I've got my Shave Nation Allen block here. I've got my witch hazel in this vintage bottle. And I've got my bougie sprayer with distilled water in it. So I'm about to get my brush loaded, but before I do that, let me tell you how I acquired this soap here. I got off of work really late one night and I was headed home, and I had gotten a notification that I got my Bomb Drop body care package delivered, so I was in a hurry to get home. And I was walking by this alley and I was like, man, that alley would cut 10 minutes off my walk. Do I really want to go down there? Do I really want to go through that alley? There's a lot of sketchy shit that happens in that alley at night. But I was in such a hurry to get home, I just rolled the dice. I was like, I'm going. And I went through the alley. And everything was going good. I couldn't foresee any trouble. But right when I was about to make it out of the alley, this dude jumps out from the shadows. It's like he came out of nowhere. And he backs me up against the wall and he's like, hey, kid. And he opens up his trench coat. And in the pockets in his trench coat, he had all this stuff that I'm addicted to that I can't resist. And he was like, hey, man, I've got the best stuff in town. You want some of this stuff? And I was just looking at all that stuff in his jacket and I was like, yeah. And if you don't believe me, there's security video footage of it. Check it out. Told ya. So I'm going to get this brush loaded. I dipped it in the water. It's a synthetic. There's no need to soak it. I'm going to get all the water out of here. And then I'm going to get this guy loaded up. And while I load this brush, I'm going to put the ingredients right up here. It is a tallow-based soap. All right, that looks like it's loaded up really nice. So I'm just going to get my face wet here. And then we're going to start painting this on my face. We're going to start to build a lather. And I want to talk about this soap, basically the scent. And we'll go over the performance at the end. But I want to talk about this scent while I build this lather here. So this fragrance here, it is a classic warm woods. It's autumn inspired scent. It definitely is a masculine. That's how you say it, masculine. Masculine, yeah. A masculine, nostalgic character to it, you know. Oh, this is super, super thick. Whoa, I like that. I did load the crap out of this brush too. But yeah, this is gonna take a lot of water. I already like the signs of that. Okay, interesting. So this soap definitely, well, I don't know about the soap online. I've never used the soap before, but the scent, the splash, definitely unfolds in stages. I had mentioned on the Discord that it unfolds. It has more transitions than Bruce Banner, you know, or more transformations. It definitely has lots and lots of layers to it. So the apple cider and the bergamot, you know, they create the initial impression. The splash especially, the splash is super, super strong. The apple cider brings a sweet, juicy apple accord, you know, with hints of spice and warmth. Definitely that explains it really, really nice, to be honest with you. And the bergamot adds a bright citrus sparkle, you know. We all know that the bergamot does that. And it prevents the apple from becoming overly sweet. And it almost has a hint like it's going to become too sweet, but it doesn't. It's really, really strange. And the opening, to be honest with you, feels like walking into a rustic cabin, you know, while you're holding a mug of spiced apple cider, but like holding it right in your nose. Like I said, the citrus is super, super strong at first. So I'm going to keep painting this water in. It looks like it's absorbing this water really, really nice. I don't want to agitate it yet. I want to try to get as much water as possible into this into this soap before we start agitating and starting to build some clouds on my face. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit more water there because it's telling me it wants more water before I start agitating it. I'm gonna put 2 pumps there. So, oh yeah, look at that. That looks good right there. So as the top notes fade, the wood notes begin to emerge, right? And at the very end, this really is a woody scent. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let me keep going here the way I'm supposed to be going. So it's got mahogany. The mahogany, you could tell when a shave soap has mahogany. The mahogany is very distinct, you know, and the mahogany contributes a rich, polished wood character to any fragrance, you know. And then there's patchouli. The patchouli adds earthiness and depth with a slightly damp forest floor aroma, you know, like the floor, a damp floor in the forest. I have to repeat myself a couple times because I talk and sometimes my words are slurred and you can't even understand. I can't even understand what I'm saying sometimes. So, and then it has the old woods. Get a couple of pumps on, get it sprayed evenly. Oh, I'm going too fast there. I need to slow down. I've seen some water spray out this way. Don't want to waste that water. I want to use it. So the old woods aroma, it suggests timber, weathered oak, maybe antique furniture. You know, maybe to some noses it might be like some antique furniture when you walk into an antique shop and you get that hit of all that antique wood or antique furniture in there. Or a well-worn cabin, you know, a log cabin. What else would a cabin be made out of? I don't know. You guys know what I'm saying. And like I said, it dries down to these woody notes. So these notes here, these woody notes, definitely, absolutely, I'm gonna add more water. They're the stars of the fragrance, for sure. And like I said, although you're punched in the face with the citrus at the beginning, and believe me, you are punched in the face. The citrus is super, super powerful at first. I mean, when I first put on the splash, I was like, whoa, this is all citrus, man. So powerful. But then it has layers. It changes. It's so strange. Okay, now I'm going to agitate. We got a lot of water here. So like I said, you get punched in the face in the beginning with the citrus, but you end up with a warm, woody, I would say a mature and slightly rugged aroma for sure. A little wet. It's a little wet. I need to start working this water in. I'm going to slow down, work this water in properly. Yeah, I can see right there that it's a little damp. I'm too busy talking instead of paying attention to my lather. Just paint this in a little bit more. So even though it dries down to a really nice woody aroma, you know, or scent, the apple and the bergamot, they still linger in the background. They're still there. They never go away. They're still there, you know, and they just add like a subtle sweetness. Not too sweet, like I said earlier. It's not too sweet, but just a subtle sweetness. Very, very nice. Very well put together. I like the way that feels. I haven't used a synthetic in a while, so I'm trying to get used to the feel of the synthetic again. I was thinking about using a Badger, but I went with the synthetic. Most of my Badgers are 26s, really good sized knot. This is a small tub, 3 ounces, so I didn't want the knot to be just busting over the sides while I was loading it, so I went with this knot here. I'm going to keep going here. So let's talk about the base notes, because ultimately that's where we end up, is in the base, right? Oh yeah, that looks nice. So the base notes, they create a cozy, comforting finish. For sure, it's absolutely. I don't want you to be turned off with this when you get punched in the face with the citrus, because it is a comforting finish at the end. It's so nice. Just give it a chance. Like I said, it has layers. It transforms. I know that when I first put on the splash, I was so shocked about how layered this scent was that I went onto the Discord and I was like, guys, this stuff is changing while I'm talking to you guys. This is a crazy, crazy scent. It is not what it started out to be. Although it does have hints, like I said earlier, of the don't want to lose this, of the top notes. It does have hints of the top notes that stay, they linger, they don't go away. It definitely changes. I don't know if I'm stressing that enough, that it's such a strong, powerful citrus, but then it starts changing into a beautiful woody, and the base is just so comforting. You know, the vanilla, it adds a smooth sweetness without becoming gourmand. And that's another thing I want to say, although, you know, there's a citrus, it's definitely not gourmand at all in any way, shape, or form. It's definitely not. And then the tonka bean, you guys ever hear of tonka bean? Shit smells good. The tonka bean, it brings creamy notes, you know. They're reminiscent of like almond and tobacco sometimes, you know. So I don't feel like I need to add water yet, because I've added a lot of water, so I'm just gonna keep going here. And then we got the torn flannel, which I love that there's a torn flannel scent note in here. You know, it's just an artistic note, you know, rather than a natural ingredient. You know, it typically suggests like a clean cotton, soft fabric, you know, some warmth. It's nostalgia, you know, is what it is. So this looks like it's building very, very nice. I really like it. I like what it's doing. I like what I'm seeing. It's actually really, really thick, which tells me I can add quite a bit of water, but not yet. Not yet. I'm still working it. It's starting to tell me, are you going to put water? But it hasn't demanded it yet, so we're going to keep going here. All right. So, what was I saying? That the flannel suggests like a clean cotton, soft fabric, warmth. Did I say that? I was supposed to say that. I think I said that. I don't know. I'm getting distracted by this soap here. So anyway, let's move on to the musk. Okay, there's a musk here. The musk, it provides a skin-like warmth, you know, and it provides longevity. We all know that musk provides a longevity to any fragrance. And it feels like wrapping yourself, the whole scent, the scent as a whole, it feels like wrapping yourself in a flannel. That's what I was thinking earlier, but I'm not really sure if that's true, unless you're wrapped in a flannel after spending a day, you know, in the woods, and it's definitely woods. It's not smoky, you know. It's not like you're by a campfire or anything. It's not smoky. It's just woody, and the woody notes is what you're left with in the end. Like I said, with the citrus still lingering in the background, that has become so nice and thick. So I'm going to add some water, and I can't feel that water on my face anymore. I got 2 pumps there, which means it's starting to build real nice. So I can be quiet and no, I can't. I still want to talk a little bit more about this soap. So I'm going to work that water in just like this. It's starting to build up really nice, man. All right, it just seems like this knot is soaking up quite a bit of this lather and not leaving it on my face. I'm actually having to push it off of the knot and onto my face more than I do on my other natural hair knots. It just seems like it wants to hold on. This angel hair synthetic knot just seems like it wants to hold on to it more than any other of the other synthetics, more than the natural hairs, believe it or not. So I'm going to get 2 more pumps on here because this soap is asking for it. And then I just want to say, I know we went over the scent in a nutshell, right? But still, I just want to say that ultimately, you know, I would describe this scent as a warm, rustic, comforting, masculine, autumn inspired for sure. Slightly vintage. I do get that beautiful vintage feel. You know me, I love anything that's vintage, and if there's anything that has a slight vintage feel, I'm gonna notice. So and it's definitely outdoorsy without being like overly green. And anyway, well, let's concentrate. Let me stop talking about the scent so I can concentrate on this lather, because I think I basically got the gist. I explained the gist to you, right, about this. How about this? I was about to say leather. Where the heck did I get leather from? Holy crap, I tell you. I don't know what's going on with my brain sometimes. But yeah, I'll just stop talking about the scent because I think I made my point. And I am just gonna keep going. It looks good. Yeah, you know, I was thinking I was gonna check some peaks here, but no, it still feels too thick to me. To me, it's probably good enough for you, but to me, I like to listen to my soap. And this soap so far has really impressed me because I thought it was going to be, seeing how James is, you know, just started making the shave soap. I kind of figured that, you know, it was going to be ready right away, but he did a really good job. And I'm not surprised. You know, James has been reviewing. He has his own channel called Scent Adventure. And so go check out his channel. He reviews so many grooming products, you know, and he's got a lot of really good information on his channel. And now him and his wife are making shave soap. I'm going to do 2 pumps here. We'll see what the soap tells us after that. So yeah, you know, if he spent all that time reviewing these products, he knows, he's got a good idea of what's good, what works, you know, what doesn't. And then he starts making his own products. He's going into this educated. He's not going into it blind and just trying something that he has nothing about, and he'll learn as he goes, which I'm sure he is learning as he goes, but he had an idea of what other soaps and other grooming products were doing. Agitate it here. Just make sure I'm paying attention to my walls. Whoa, almost lost it. Almost lost that right there. It almost went flying. I'm using my whiskers here to help build this lather up, and then that still wants to fall, so I'm gonna have to pay attention.
Sorry, I'm leaving.
Where are you going? Okay, be careful, babe.
So I'm just gonna wait for her and then I'm heading out. Sorry, buggy.
Oh no, you're not bugging me, babe. I can always stop, edit,
Okay.
do whatever I need to do. Be careful.
I will.
Okay. Okay. Or I was just interrupted there. My wife and her sister are leaving, so she needed to come let me know she was leaving. All right, let's continue. I'm gonna keep spreading this, and this built very, very nice. So ultimately what I want to do is I want to get it hydrated properly, and that'll give me a good idea of the residual slickness, the low density structure, the cushion. And I think it's almost there. So I'm going to take a chance and I'm going to put 2 more sprays. I was going to do 1, but I'm going to do 2 more sprays there. And then let's paint this water in nice and gently. And I got some really loud cars going by. Has anybody ever heard of sleepers? How come you guys can't make your vehicles sleepers? You got to cause so much attention and put the loudest, you know, exhaust on your truck. And you know what's cool is having a sleeper, having it nice and quiet. Nobody knows that your car, your truck is kick-ass, but when you get on that line, you're gonna beat everybody, and you're not advertising it. I think that's cool. A truck that's so loud and obnoxious, I don't think that's cool. It's just loud and obnoxious. All right, so I'm gonna agitate this. I got the water painted in. Agitate it real good. And then I think we can check them peaks. I'm paying attention to them walls, seeing what them walls are doing that I'm building. And it looks like I could basically check those peaks really good right now. So I'm gonna get this spread on my face, nice and even. And then we'll check them peaks, see what those peaks tell me. It feels like it's ready, but we'll find out here. It's hydrated. I mean, can you see that shininess there? It is hydrated so nice. So that's another reason I'm thinking that maybe it's good. And I'm painting it and I'm painting it, and at some point it won't absorb it as much as or as fast as it does. What is that I see there? Oh, that's nothing. Thought I seen something there. All right, let's check them peaks. Oh yeah, that's gravy. That's gravy. All right, so I'm gonna get my razor and we're gonna get going here. I got my razor here. I am gonna dip it in the water just to get it wet, get it lubricated. And I do have a Gillette Nasset in here. I think this is the 3rd use on this Gillette Nasset. So let's start up here and see what this shave soap tells us. I've got to stop there because no, I'm not growing out my mustache. I just forgot to put soap on it. There we go. And here's the soap on the brush if I didn't show you guys earlier. Very, very nice. Beautifully hydrated. All right, now we can keep going. Wow, I am really impressed with this soap. This soap has a lot of residual. You hydrate it properly, it's got tons of residual. All right, okay, James. Good job, man. Oh, yeah. So for those of you out there that said that the residual could use a little improvement, maybe you just needed to hydrate a little bit more. Sorry, this is just my opinion. All right, we're gonna go right here. And I can tell you guys right now, this is damn good soap. That's it for my second pass. I'm gonna rinse off real quick here. Tons of residual, guys. Tons of residual there. I do got quite a bit here as far as hairs that are left over. I just can't get them real well with this razor. Okay, I got that one right there. The residual is insane. I have to watch the way I hold this razor because my hands are so slick. But I probably won't ever consider using this razor again. Well, I'm going to send it back to Siraj, but just to run it through its paces again, I probably won't. I don't like it. It's way too mild for me. There's other razors out there, in my opinion, that are more user-friendly for my technique and for myself. But yeah, I still got some there. I'm just going to leave it alone. Yeah, it is what it is. I'm not going to chase it, not with that razor. I'm going to go ahead and finish rinsing off properly. I'm rinsed off pretty good there. I'm going to take this witch hazel. I'm going to get some in my hand and get some on my face here. Yeah, definitely not a BBS shave, but you know what? It's a respectable shave. It's an acceptable shave. Good enough for government work. All right, I've got the aftershave splash here, and that's what it looks like on the side. It does look like it's a little low because it did leak. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about that. It did leak inside of the package when I received the package. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna shake the snot out of this. All right, so I'm gonna open this cap up here. We do got a restrictor in there, so I'm gonna take some of this. I'm gonna take quite a bit of it. Why not? It's good stuff. So I'm gonna get that much there. Make sure I don't spill too much. Get on my face. Yeah, strong punch in the face with the citrus. It's a nice punch in the face. Oh, it smells good. I like that. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with this soap. And I know a lot of guys are probably going to come at me and say, oh, well, you know, if you add that much water to your lather, you know, of course you're going to have residual slickness. No, that's not true. There's other soap makers out there that I push the base just the same, and the slickness is almost non-existent. It's almost not there. I won't name them because I don't want to bash anybody. But if you're thinking that, oh, well, if you added so much water, of course it's going to have residual. No, that's not true. I do that with all of them, and not all the soaps perform. This was a really, really good soap. Can you straight razor shave with it? I think you can, but I don't think you'd have a problem. I know a lot of the reviews are saying, oh, this is perfect for DE shaving. It is. It's perfect for DE shaving. But will it hold up to a straight razor shave? Yeah. Hydrate your lather properly, and it absolutely will. I was very surprised with the residual when I was rinsing off. So again, good job, James. This was really, really good soap. I really like it. It's one that I won't hesitate to return to often. And the dry down helps too, because the dry down is so nice. Right now, I still have a lot of heavy citrus right in my face, man. But as soon as that citrus dies down and takes a back seat and the woody notes come, oh, it's a beautiful, smooth, warm, I don't know, soft, woody aroma. I don't know. It's just really nice, you know. So I'm just saying, I'm very happy with it. I'm really impressed as a first-time soap maker. Really, really good, man. Good job. And we've ran into that a few times here, where a new soap maker is just making a really good product. This is just another one of them products. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Go over to Bomb Drop Body Care. Even if you're not a wet shaver, he's got so many offerings there. You'll find something that you can use. And as far as I can see from all the reviews, all of his scents smell really good. I haven't heard anything negative about his scents. So anyway, again, thank you so much for stopping by. I'll catch you on the next one. You guys take care of yourselves here. God bless.